Hey everybody, it's Bethany from parentinginprogress.net. Today we are doing our family game night vlog, and we have a great game from USAopoly called Telestrations. They gave us this game to try for free for our family game night to give our honest review on the blog. So Telestrations is a take on that old game called Telephone. I don't know if you've ever played that. We used to play in Girl Scouts. But basically you start out, one person starts out by saying a phrase, you whisper it to the person next to you, and you can only say it once, and then they have to whisper it to the person next to them, and it just keeps going around the circle until it gets all the way around, and then you can see how funny the sentence is by the time it gets back to you. So this is the same kind of idea, but you're going to be drawing out the clues instead of passing around a phrase. So when you get your game, what's in the box is you're going to have a deck of cards, and these are double-sided, so you have tons of different words. You get 8 of these little dry erase booklets. You get 8 dry erase pens. You get 8 of the little eraser cloths. You get a die and a timer. Each of the little booklets has a different color, so everybody will choose a different color. You can play 4 to 8 players, and it's pretty easy. What you'll do is each person will get a book and a pen and a card. And then someone will roll the dice. You decide if you're going to do the blue side or the yellow side. We decided to do the yellow side. And then you will choose the number of what was rolled, which was 3 for us. So you'll pick that word that's next to the 3. Then you will write that word in your book, in your name. And then if you're playing an even number, you will go ahead and flip to the next page and you will sketch out your clue. And then what we do is we pass it to the next person. So the next person will open the book and they're going to look at, actually you don't close your, I'm sorry, I already messed up. You flip your book over to the next page. You don't close the book because you don't want them seeing what the original word was. And then pass your book. And so our page is going to be to guess it. So what you're going to do is you're going to look back at what they drew, and you're going to try to guess what you think their word is. And write it in the circle. And then flip to the next page and pass the book to the next person. Okay, and so when you get the next book, you're going to look back at what they wrote, and then you're going to try to draw that in the space. So we put a minute on the timer, and you try to draw what they wrote. Yeah, you don't look back at the old. At the other, you just keep it right on the page that it is. You just look at the one before. Okay, and so then once you draw that, you'll flip the page. Once it's out of time, then everybody has to stop. Okay, so is everybody ready? So are you ready?
1 second. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, and then you're going to pass the book around. Flip the page.
So we messed it up at the beginning.
Okay. Okay, so then you'll look at their sketch and you're going to write what you think it is. So you're going to write what you think the word is. And then flip the page. And then we'll set the timer and you'll look at the word ahead and try to draw it. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. That should be the end. I'm sorry, because I've got my book back. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so now we'll just see how funny they got. Okay, so we started with muscle car was the original word. And Zoe guessed enter. And then Isabella drew a door and like somebody trying to go through it. And Autumn guessed knocking on a door. So we went from muscle car to knocking on a door. Zoe's, what's yours? Let me see yours. Start from the very beginning. No, at the very, very front of the book. Just here, let me see it so I can show it on camera. Okay, so Zoe started with, I don't know what's happening. Birthday suit, oh my.
I have no idea.
And she, oh, I don't see, there you go.
Yeah.
So she drew some people, and Bella picked baking. This is what Autumn drew, and then I guessed that that was fishing. So Zoe went from birthday suit to fishing. Isabella went from baby New Year. Actually, yours I think is pretty close still. So she drew all of this, and Autumn guessed New Year baby, and that's what I drew. And Zoe, what'd you put?
Reunion.
Reunion. So she went from New Year baby to reunion. Hers stayed pretty close for a while. And then Autumn's went from quicksand to winning. I put win. And then Zoe drew like somebody playing a game, and Bella guessed table. So Autumn went from quicksand to table. So you can see they get really silly and funny. So the fun part about this is just like laughing at how silly they get and how hard it is. It's really harder than you think. And then you can just keep going. There's a way to score points. Like if you guess the secret word, if your secret word was guessed at the end, then you get a point. There's different ways to score on the back sheet here, depending on how you want to play it. We just think it's kind of fun to see how they get. But yeah, you can give yourself points for the sketches and the guesses. And there's a place to keep track in the front of your book as to how many points you have. So it's just a lot of fun. It's a really fun party game, and you can play up to 8 players. And like the more people you have playing, the funnier it gets because there's more guesses and more sketching. So it's really a fun game. You can check out our full review and our written review on the blog at parentinginprogress.net. I'm going to put a link in the comments. And then I'm also going to give you a link to where you can find this game in the comments so that you can get it and play it with your family at your family game nights. So thanks so much for watching our video. I hope that you found it helpful and enjoyed watching it. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the comments section and I'll get back to you. Thanks so much for watching.